I'm overwhelmed. I want to thank everybody, particularly Grace and Caroline and all the folks who are up here. It's an amazing film. I mean, it's an important film. It's a challenging film. I'm challenged. And I hope everybody else is. I hope that everyone sees this not as the evolution of Grace Lee Boggs, but as the evolution of each of us as we face the challenges these times, which are really revolutionary. And I think if we can discuss this film and think about it and argue over it, that we will be able to contribute to the changes that are necessary this time on the clock of the world. I mean, everybody in the world is in turmoil. And I think that here in the United States, if we think enough about who we are, and if we love this country enough to change it, and if we really begin to try to figure out what does it mean to be a revolutionary, and how do we contribute to making this world and this country something all of us would be proud to call our own. It's a wonderful time, and I can't say how much I appreciate what Grace and Caroline and the others have done. Not only for me, but for everyone. I hope everyone embraces the questions that are raised by this film. That it's not about me, but it's about us. You know, I have had for a number of years the conviction that we are at one of the great turning points in the evolution of the human race. Comparable to what I like to compare to the transition from hunting and gathering to agriculture, and from agriculture to industry. And we're now moving beyond an industrial society. Globalization has emasculated, disempowered the fruits of the French Revolution, which were essentially the nation state, industrial production, and representative democracy. We are on the threshold of creating something new. And it's going to have to be done by very slow, respectful listening to each other, and listening to our own questions, and respecting ourselves in a way that we're not accustomed to doing in the society turns us into things. We have been very damaged by this society, and we have to return to a kind of person orientation, as Martin Luther King said. We have been turned into consumers. We look at each other, we look at ourselves as consumers. We don't realize that there is the potential now for each of us to become a producer's home. We are on the threshold of the possibility of a community mode of production, so that we don't have to depend on Walmart's or the market, or importing goods from Bangladesh or China. Just think of what that makes possible. That makes it possible for us to say, as Marx said in the Communist Manifesto, to face with sober senses our conditions of life and our relations with our kind. For each of us here in this room, and the people that you meet with to talk about, to begin doing that, is itself revolutionary. And I hope that's what will come out of this film.